Belgium's Elise Mertens and Belarus' Aryna Sabalenka claimed the Sunshine Double by beating Samantha, Stosur and Zhang Shuai 7-6, 7-5, 6-2 after 1 hour and 24 minutes in the women's doubles final of the Miami Open. Mertens and Sabalenka have increased their winning streak to 10 consecutive matches. The Belgian and Belarusian duo have become the 5th team in history to claim the Sunshine Double and the first since Martina, Hingis and Sania Mirza in 2015. Mertens and Sabalenka teamed up for the first time at the Australian Open, where they reached the round of 16 before losing to Barbara Krejcikova and Katerina Siniakova. In the opening set, Mertens and Sabalenka fought back from 0-40 down to earn the first break in the first game after a double fault and a double fault from Stosur in the last 2 points of the game. Mertens and Sabalenka did not face a break point until 4-3. Sabalenka held serve on the deciding point for 5-3. Zhang and Stosur saved 2 set points at 5-4 to hold serve for 5-4 before breaking back to draw level to 5-5, as Sabalenka was serving for the set. Mertens saved 2 set points on her serve at 6-5. In the tie-break, Zhang and Stosur saved a set point at 4-6 after a double fault from Sabalenka, but Mertens hit a backhand to seal the first set. Mertens and Sabalenka got an early break to open up a 3-0 lead after Zhang missed an overhead. Stosur and Zhang got back on serve when the Australian player broke on the deciding point to claw their way back to 2-3. Mertens and Sabalenka broke twice to win the final 3 games and sealed the win, when Zhang made a double fault. Ashley Barty lifted the biggest title of her career by beating Karolina Pliskova in straight sets in the final of the Miami Open and has reached the top 10 in the WTA ranking for the first time. I have had a unique journey. I think every player that walks on the court has had a different journey and different experiences. For me, it's very much a personal development of my game over the last 2 or 3 years to put me in this position, said Barty during the post-match press conference. The player from Ipswich enjoyed a promising junior career, reaching a career-high ranking of world number 2 after winning the Wimbledon junior title in 2011. She reached the final at 3 Grand Slam doubles tournaments with Casey Dell'Acqua, including the match title at the Australian Open at the age of 16. In 2014, took a long leave from tennis and started playing cricket, signing up with the Brisbane Heat. She played in the Women's Big Bash League in 2014. Ashley returned to tennis shortly before turning 20. She was ranked outside the top 250. She won her maiden WTA title at the Malaysian Open in Kuala Lumpur in 2017 and qualified for the WTA Finals in doubles with Dell'Acqua. She ended the 2017 WTA singles season ranked inside the top 20. In 2018, she won the WTA Elite Trophy in Shuai in the 4 biggest doubles titles of her career, including her maiden Grand Slam title at the US Open with Coco Vandeweghe. She started the 2019 season finishing runner-up to Petra Kvitova in the Sydney International Final. She went on to reach her first Grand Slam quarter-final at last January's Australian Open in Melbourne. She took a rematch against Kvitova when she beat her Czech rival for the first time in her career. It feels like it is a long time ago now since I took the break and since I came back. I needed the break. Otherwise I don't think that I would still be playing the game, to be honest. It's been a few years now. I certainly feel I am a different person. I feel like I am a more complete player. I have been able to put myself into more high-pressure situations and in bigger matches. I think I had a new perspective. Obviously I am very appreciative of what I have and the people that give their time and their energy towards me and trying to help me become the very best that I can be. I am extremely grateful for those that are around me and very lucky to have such a genuine group of people, said Barty. Barty has become the first Australian player in history to win the Miami tournament. It's been an amazing fortnight. It really has. We keep putting ourselves in these positions. I keep giving myself the opportunity to grow as a person, and I think that's the most exciting thing. There were zero expectations. It's an opportunity for me to continue to try and get better every day and to enjoy the journey we are on. The first 14 WTA tournaments of the year have been won by 14 different players. A new generation of young players has dominated the first 3 months of the year, clinching the most important titles of the year: Naomi Osaka at the Australian Open, Belinda Bencic in Dubai, Bianca Andreescu at Indian Wells, and Ashley Barty in Miami. The incredible depth of the field on the WTA Tour is amazing. I think the level has evened out a lot. The depth has grown over the last few years. I think anyone in the draw has a legitimate chance of winning the tournament. The margins are getting smaller and smaller, particularly in the women's game. Ashley Barty beat Karolina Pliskova in straight sets in the Miami Open final to win her first Premier mandatory title. Ashley Barty, at BT Sport, Twitter. Ashley Barty claimed the biggest title of her career by beating Karolina Pliskova 7-6, 1-6, 3 in the Miami Open final. The Australian, 22, previously won tournaments in Malaysia, Nottingham and Zhuhai, but this is the first time she has won a WTA Premier mandatory event. When you consider that Pliskova has won 6 Premier titles, this ranks as a surprising result. However, Barty is constantly improving, and this triumph reflects that. "Thank you to my team," Barty said at the trophy ceremony. "You guys keep me in shape and help me out with absolutely everything. I wouldn't be half the player I am without you," she continued. "I love that you're here with me, week in, week out. You really make this the best career I could ever choose." Pliskova made a good start to the match. She returned well in the third game and earned an early break. However, Barty soon settled and she got the break back in the sixth game to level the score at 3-3. There was nothing to choose between them for the next 6 games. Both players served well and hit their ground strokes effectively, and neither faced a break point. Everything changed in the inevitable tie-break. Barty returned well and hit a couple of excellent winners to race away and win at 7-1. Barty capitalizes as Pliskova tires. Pliskova looked crestfallen and exhausted, and she called for her coach. However, despite her best efforts, Conchita Martinez struggled to improve her players' mood. Things then got even worse for the Czech. She saved 4 break points during a marathon first service game but still got broken by Barty. She then watched as the Australian held easily, before battling to a hold of her own after facing intense pressure. Although she did not earn the double break, Barty was in complete control at this stage. She breezed through her next 2 service games to make the score 5-3. Pliskova then surrendered completely and lost her serve to love to confirm a big win for the Australian. Ashley Barty beat Anett Kontaveit 6-3, 6-3 following rain delays to reach the biggest final of her final at the WTA Premier Mandatory Tournament in Miami. Barty has reached the top 10 in the WTA ranking for the first time in her career thanks to her win over Petra Kvitova in the quarter-final, and has followed up this achievement with a straight-set win against Anett Kontaveit in the semi-final after just 1 hour and 16 minutes following rain delays that amassed almost 5 hours. The Australian player converted 5 of her 9 breakpoint chances. She saved 5 of the 7 breakpoint opportunities and hit 13 winners to 19 unforced errors. Kontaveit held serve in the first game before breaking serve with a backhand cross-court return to take a 2-0 lead. The match was interrupted for the first time in the third game. After the match resumed, Barty broke straight back in the third game and held serve easily to draw level to 2-2. A second rain delay interrupted the match for 2 hours. Barty claimed a break of serve in the 7th game to take a 4-3 lead, when Kontaveit netted a forehand. Kontaveit earned a break-back point with a backhand return winner, but Barty saved with a first serve before holding her serve with overhead smash. The Australian player earned 3 set points in the 9th game on return and broke serve when Kontaveit made a double fault. Barty won 87% of her first serve points. Barty did not convert 2 game points in the 3rd game of the 2nd set. Kontaveit broke serve in the 3rd game after a forehand error from Barty. The Estonian player consolidated the break to open up a 3-1 lead. Barty broke back in the 5th game after a forehand error from Kontaveit. The young Australian player held a break point to hold serve for 4-3. Barty earned a crucial break to take it 5-3 when Kontaveit sent her forehand long. Barty earned 2 match points in the 9th game. Kontaveit saved the first chance with a drop shot winner, but Barty sealed the win on her 2nd match point with an ace to advance to her maiden WTA Premier Mandatory Final. She will face either Karolina Pliskova or Simona Halep. Barty won the women's doubles title last year with US Coco Vandeweghe. The player from Ipswich enjoyed a promising junior career, reaching a career-high ranking of world number 2 after winning the Wimbledon junior title in 2011. She reached the final at 3 Grand Slam doubles tournaments with Casey Dell'Acqua, including the match title at the Australian Open at the age of 16. In 2014 took a long leave from tennis and started playing cricket, signing up with the Brisbane Heat. She returned to tennis shortly before turning 20. She won her maiden WTA title at the Malaysian Open in 2017 and qualified for the WTA Finals in doubles with Dell'Acqua. In 2018 she won the WTA Elite Trophy in Zhuhai and the 4 biggest doubles titles of her career, including her maiden Grand Slam title at the US Open with Coco Vandeweghe. It was a very long day. We had to wait around, but it was an opportunity to drink some coffee and watch the golf, so I was relaxed. When I came out I was ready for business. I did not start well, but I was able to reset and do what I had to do, said Barty.